These cards are very, very cool because they are large and the font is extremely large, very simple, very easy to read. So that's very exciting. This is CP Cards and Dice, and today we are prepping our um, time travel baseball cards. We're printing them out and we are cutting them out, and then we are trimming the edges. And this is very, very exciting. And new game. The game has basic, intermediate, and advanced, or basic, advanced, and super advanced, and very easy to play. And it looks like a ton of fun. And I got two teams here. I got the 73 World Series, and I'm preparing that. It's going to be my first games that I'm going to practice before. I won't be streaming it for a while. I just want to get comfortable with at least the basic game, and then I will begin to stream. Um, and this is CP Cards and Dice TV, and welcome to prepping, cutting, and the cards for time travel baseball. So again, the name is nice and big. You see the team on the top. You see the side he bats from on the upper left. It tells you about the first baseman's quality, I guess, his number. Then it gives you his doubles results, and then it gives you his non-doubles results. It has his batting average, 259 at the bottom. And then it has 7H and 6W. I'm not totally sure what that means, but that somebody will tell me. Every time I say I don't know something, I get a message. Hey, that, you know what that means? That means this. So star catcher. So he's a quality star. Catcher 2. Again, these are his double results, and these are his non-double results on his card. Sal Bando. Third baseman 1. Joe Rudy's a 3. I guess that's pretty good. A 3. Because I remember him being a really good outfielder. And he's got his double column. There's no special qualities that I can see. He's a fine bunter and he's daring. I guess he's DC's. He tries to make the big plays, maybe. Not too sure what that means. Or he also maybe attempts the extra base, something like that. Bergkamp and Harris. So this is exciting. So let me show you. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut out these cards and with my trusty cutter here. Alrighty. That's there. That's there. You know what? We're going to cut them in half, so a little bit easier to manage on my desk. These are now the Mets. So we have a few cards for the A's, the 73 A's. This was the World Series for 73. Practice with that. And let's see. Let's line that up. And now what I want to do, I want to kind of trim the edges or soften the edges just to make them a little bit more presentable. And looking good, Jerry Rody. He's a star catcher 3, fine bunter. Double results, not a power hitter, obviously. He's got no home runs there. Johnny Milner's a 2 with some power. I think he led the Mets in home runs in 73, so he should have some power. This is a terrible. I have to get a new one. I have another one lying around somewhere, but it's already old. Doesn't work very well. And here's Felix Millan, again, another fine bunter. And this is the Time Travel Baseball cards, and we're prepping these for our first games. And that's always fun to do, and I will continue to do that. I just want to kind of share behind the scenes is what I call these videos, kind of what we do in this hobby behind the scenes, prepping stuff when you use your PDFs. Some of these newer games have, are very inexpensive. And you have to use your PDFs because it's a lot of work to make cards out of it, and they don't have a big fan base yet. They are just starting out, even though they may have been around for a few years, but they're just starting to become a little bit more popular. So then they're building their fan base, so they don't have everything in all the teams. Let's see if we can get that going here. Yeah, pretty good enough, close enough. Now this is a tricky one here because this one's a little bit longer than, and I may be able to cut it along that line right there. Let me make sure that's the right size so they're all the same. No, actually that's not going to be the right size. Gotta cut it shorter than that. So let's do this here, and then we'll do the same over here on that. So that way all the cards will be the same. There we go. Gotta show my architectural skills. So that's going to be right about there. Let's push it up a little bit more. Close enough right now. Okay, let's see if this will work for us. All right, now let's cut these in half. Let's terrible. And that's it. These are Time Travel Baseball. These cards are super easy to read. Very, very cool looking cards. They're almost the size of the Stratomatic cards. They're about the size of the Fall Classic card, a little bit bigger than the Fall Classic cards, but they have a lot less information. And it's in big, bold font, really easy to read. White over black, which is something I love. And I'm preparing the 19, and here, Don Hahn plays right field, center field, but he's a zero at those positions. Not very good. Center fielder, he's fast. Those are his qualities. 229 hitter, no power really on his doubles. And then, of course, whatever it is on the singles. Felix Millan hit 290, so he's got a couple of singles in the non-double section. Actually, he's got 3 singles, which is really cool there. So he bats a little bit better. I guess that's how you would see, you would interpret that. Prepping the Time Travel Baseball cards for a Series 1 game. I think it was Kenny. Who went Series 1? Who went the first game? I think it was Kenny Holtzman. Did he not? Or I think Kenny Holtzman went. Ted Martinez. He's a backup guy. Harrelson was the main guy. He's a 255 hitter. Not a very good fielder. I think the higher numbers are the better fielders, I believe, because Campanera's a 2. Oh, you can't see that. Let me see if I can move this down to this side so you can see the cards. Campaneris is a 2, Martinez is a 1. He's probably better. So I'd say the higher defensively is the better defender. He also has a 2 at third base. A little bit better at third base than he is at short. And then he goes back down at second base. So it's like a utility infield type. But these are really gorgeous cards. And now it's Rusty Staub, one of my favorite players, Ligon Orange. I know he's known for his restaurants and for his cooking, for his eating as well. I'm just cutting the edges a little bit just to make the car look a little bit better, a little bit more presentable. Now I don't use the 110, I use the 90 pound because it's really easy to cut for me. So, and I just use that. So Rusty Staub has a home run, so he's got power. Batted almost 280, 279. He's got a double there. He's got a short and a couple of singles in the non-double section. So he's got 2 hits in the double section, 3 hits in the non-double section. He's about 10 points off from Mian, and he has a very similar card, except Mian has no power. Mian has no home runs. He's got a short single and a double. And Rusty, but you see, I noticed something. Wait a second, where's Mian? Mian's got a short single at 5 and 5, which, so you got a short single at 5 and 5. Rusty does not. Got 2 hits, and then he's got 1, 2, 3 hits and a walk. He's got 3 hits and a walk. Willie Mays. This is the Willie Mays last season. He retires and he finishes off with the Mets. Looked tired and kind of beaten by 1973. Can't get this in there now. There it goes. Gotta find the other. I got 2 of these. I might pick up another one on eBay. They're like $5. You can kind of make your cards a little bit more presentable. That's Willie Mays. Got really nothing special. I would like to compare his like 1960s, early 1960s card to his 1973. This is, I think, his last card, 211. He did have a little bit of power though. A couple doubles in the. This is the double, his double section, kind of like ABBA, 11, 22, 33, that sort of thing. And so I got this one. I got to touch a little. Got to touch this one a little bit. There we go. Duffy Dyer. I like Duffy Dyer as a backup catcher for the Mets. I got him in my inside pitch league, and I'm gonna try to pick him up again, unless somebody tries to take him from me. But I doubt it. He's not really. In 73, well, my season is 1970, so he didn't bat very well. Not really. He's not a type of player that you take for hitting. It's really just a guy who doesn't complain, does his job, goes to work, not too ambitious, not trying for too much. He's happy where he is. I like that type of guy. Not trying to get over on anybody. All right, and this is Eddie Kramer, one of my favorite players. He batted 239 with a little bit of power, home run there. These are the time travel baseball cards, and I get them in these sheets. You can buy the cards already pre-printed as well, and they have a sale going on right now. I think it's Downey Games does these, I believe. So they have a sale. I want to do this. This is something I want to do here. I just had an idea. Do that one there. Do that one there. And now I want to do this here. Wait. can make them all the same size. And let me use a pencil instead of a pen. Yep. Now I can cut that, and they. Oh wait, no, not yet. That's wrong. What I did. Let me fix this. Hold on. Hold your horses. There we go. Now we got it. Now we have to measure it properly. See that? Let's do that again. Let's do it at the edge there. Let's do it at the edge here. Now it'll come out perfect. That was much easier than the way I did it before. All right. I just have to do this side. So that's why I use the 90-pound paper. It cuts super easy. It cuts like butter. And this is a great little. I've had this for about a year. It cost me $13. It's called Elysian. And I am joining a league, a time travel league as well. It's going to be fun. You can get to draft. I think you can draft any players throughout history. Like you can have, Joe DiMaggio on the same team with Felix Millan and so on. And that's going to be fun. I'll just pick all my favorite players because I'm not really, if I win, great. I love to win. I like to play with my favorite players. That's what I realized. In my 1969 league, I picked a lot of guys that I like. I got Pete Rose. I got guys that are kind of controversial guys. Catfish Hunter, very controversial. One of the first free agents. Went to the Yankees for $3 million, 75. I got Manny Sanguillen. He was unusual catcher with good speed, really good hitter. Well, I got Doc Ellis, who in 1970 pitched a no-hitter, I believe. Yeah, he walked 8 guys in a no-hitter, but they said he was on acid. So I have a bunch of controversial guys. Those are the kind of the guys that I gravitate to. I like those guys. And this year I got 2 new players coming up from the minors. I have Amos Otis and I have Joe Rudi in my inside pitch league. So that's going to be my outfield. Joe Rudi in left, Amos Otis in center, and Pete Rose in right field. And a lot of guys have traded almost their whole team away, but not me. I've kind of just been patient, and I don't have. I'm about. I think I don't really look at my record, but I know I don't have a winning record because then guys would be talking about it. So I know I have a losing record, but no, I'm not. I feel that I hold my own in the games. I'm not getting blown out, and that really is ultimately what counts. I win at the game every so often. When I come from behind, that's really satisfying. I know my team, I know my players, so I can kind of compete that way. And so I know some guys have traded their whole team away. They have a brand new team from the first time I played them to the second time I played them. I'm like, who's this guy? Who's that guy? Who's the other guy? Oh, I picked him up here. I picked him up there. So they get fed up, and you start making trades, and ultimately nothing helps. You're still a losing team, and you traded away all your original guys. It's not sometimes that doesn't work. Making a trade for a specific guy. I did trade one guy, and that was Cleon Jones, because Cleon Jones had a 1-year contract and he was very expensive. So I wanted to see if I get somebody for the following year. I wasn't going to keep Cleon Jones. So I wanted to get somebody that would fill in a position. I got picked up a second baseman, my starting second baseman, Dave Cash. So that really helps me out big time. And Tom Seaver, Tom Terrific. There he is. Look at that. And he's a workhorse. Pitcher 0, whatever that means. He's a decent hitter. He's got a home run. And he's got a double. Take a gamble. That's when you pull a card. I like that. Pressure play. In basic, that's a strikeout. He's a fine bunter, and he's super duper expensive, as you can see, all those dollar signs. I think it's like each dollar sign represents like $1 million, something like that. So he's super expensive if you want to pick him up. Ron Hodges, another catcher for the Mets, backup catcher. Jim Fregosi, Jerry Kuzma, outstanding pitcher for the Mets. John Matlack. They had a great pitching staff in '73. I've played this series so many times already. It never gets boring. George Stone, lefty. John Matlack, lefty. And Jerry Kuzma, a lefty. Harry Parker, some more Mets. Some more Mets. This is behind the scenes with Combat Painter TV, or Cards and Dice TV. When I was into the wargaming years ago, big wargamer. Miniatures guy, recreated the famous battles in history. I did a lot of North Africa. That was one of my favorite areas or theaters to kind of play out historical. Okay, that was good. We could do that. That's not a problem because there was a line there. That was the first one that had a line at the bottom. So some of them don't have a line. Some of them do have a line. And I'm going to cut this one out like that. And that's about it. The CP Cards and Dice. I will see you guys later with something. I'm not sure what I got going on later. I am doing the Fall Classic Baseball series of tutorials. I got 4 so far. I'm going to do another one later. I got some stats for Seavers. So Seavers stats where I'm beginning the beginning of July, starting the beginning of July. So I got to print out all those score sheets, I think 5 score sheets for July, and then I'll be ready to start playing. Plays very easy, very quick, very nice game. Fall Classic Baseball. This is really exciting with all these great new games we have in our hobby. I can't see myself playing just one game every day. This is CP Cards and Dice. Take care, guys.